Hi friends, Joanna here. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. I have been working on a few of these Masterboards here. I've done tons of videos on these before. I will make sure to link the ones that I have. So today what I wanted to do is just show you different styles, different patterns, different ways to get ephemera, because everybody always asks about, how do you get a lot of your stuff. So basically, it's over the years of estate sales, antique shops, thrifting, right? What I want to do first is show you some different styles that I have made. Let's see here. Okay. So these guys here, these images are from an old book I had picked up at a thrift store, right? So these little old books, let's see if I have some of these little old books that you get in thrift stores will have images. This one's just a book, but let's see here, have some samples. This book, it's an old book. It's called Remember When. I think it's from 1967. So it has just, different images of, black and white images of all kinds of things. And this is throughout the years. It has like from 1900, I think, until, let's see here, 1942. So these old books are really great resources to pick up. A lot of these, I have to say, I'm getting at estate sales. So, excuse me. These are great resources for you. This is an old Aunt American. You guys have seen this antique book. It has beautiful images of all different kinds of, pictures and old furniture you can incorporate. I'll show you that in a second. So estate sales, thrift stores, and antique shops can get lots of these little different, let's see here, what was I going to show you? I have everything out. Sorry. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. So I have different things to show you. So this is a magazine. Let's see. It says October. This is a very old magazine. I'm going to say, let's see here. Oh no, I think this one was from 1940 something, early 50s. So anyway, I had it here before I started, but let's see. Anyway, so these magazines, these old magazines, this one I had gotten at an old antique shop. And they had a whole bunch of these, so I grabbed all the ones that they had. I think they were like $5 each. So for this beautiful magazine, there are so many beautiful black and white images. So, right, these are just, so estate sales, thrift shops. When you go to antique shopping, these are a lot more cost effective, and these are genuine, images for you, and they make beautiful scrapbooks, masterboards, like these images. This was from an old newspaper. I had gotten this at an antique shop. All these images, these were in an old newspaper. I haven't gotten myself to sell any of these yet, because I just love the original images, right? So these are just vintage ads. I had sewn around all of these, right? some more vintage and antique ads. So there's, some of these are from early 1900s, so that definitely didn't want to sell any of these. So I did do some stitching around the back just to, have them. And how about these nice vintage colored ads, right? So old newspapers, old magazines, old books, right? So these are just paper. So from that antique book I showed you, I got this little chair, right? And let's see here, I got the same book I had gotten this, and some more pictures, right? You can sneak them in. Yeah, here's some more. So you can create a lot with some of those books or magazines or newspapers, right? And very cost effective, and they're just gorgeous. So here's a clock from that antique book. So just to give you an idea of some, different Masterboard ephemera, right? So, okay, next one is here. All right, so this book here is called Scrapbooking Embellishments. You guys will see I use these vintage ladies in a lot in my clusters and my snippets, and I use these for my slow stitch kits, my snippet roll kits, you name it. So these are just images that came in this book here. So this book was $15 or $16. So this is a very cost effective, because look how many images. I think there are, how many pages are there? There's 52 pages of images, right? And you could, I just recently did a video on, I showed you guys how to print on fabric with your home printer. So I will make sure I link that. You can print these in black and white on fabric. You could print these on black and white on paper, whatever it is that you want, so there's so many things. So this is called, I had gotten this on Amazon. It's called Scrapbook Embellishments Vintage Photo Clip Art Collection. There's a few different books that they have different types of images. So this is volume 2. And it's by Paper Moon Media. Let's see, what is it called? paperrosecottage.com. So they make these books. They have all, I think they have, different themes and stuff. But I love the vintage ladies, so that is what I stuck with, right? So I wanted to go back to some of the old magazines and the old ephemera that I had gotten, just to show you here. Let's see, I put this over here. So this is a book I had snagged from a little antique store down in the Jersey Shore. They have beautiful stores, beautiful beaches. You can make a day of it. If you're on vacation, you definitely need to go. So this is called St. Nicholas Advertisements. This is from 1914. So they have so many different ads here, and beautiful black and white images, right? So like on the back here, they have different ads, right? Great way from back in the day, 1914, 1915, right? So that's one. And so going back to how to get ephemera. So these are some old newspapers that I showed you from the other magazine. So how cool are these? These are old, old. This one is 1880, right? So these are pretty much little gems. They're very delicate, so I don't bring them out very often. So here is a, oops, I'm sorry, an old newspaper. This is from 1939. And in the back of this here, they have some cool ads that I showed you from, let's see here, bring this back out. right? So these are some of the ones I used for this. Here you can see, right? Some of these cool ads that they had. They, back in the day, they still advertised for cigarettes and all kinds of things. So just to show you, this is old, but they even back in the day had book exchanges. It's so funny. So, okay. Let's see. All right, this is, whoops, falling apart. This is the one from the book from 1880. These were very popular back then, and this magazine ran for a very long time. It's Peterson's magazines. So beautiful images, really nice ads here in the back. The things that they would advertise, like glycerin oil, castor oils, like, oh my goodness gracious, right? So they had beautiful images here, right? So let's see. All right, and going back to later years back in the 40s and 50s, this was a magazine. It actually just disintegrated because it was so old that the cover is in here somewhere. But they have beautiful ads. See, so much fun, right? You can use lots of different images from these guys to fill up your ephemera. So this is like years, I'm going to say last 6 or 7 years of, you know, hunting and gathering. So I have one last one to show you. This is from an old Life magazine. So here, these little ads from, I don't know if you guys remember Life magazine. I don't, it was really like before my time, but sometimes you'll see like at estate sales, people are just selling everything. You know, the old magazines are on the floor. And these super fun little images. Someone's at the front door always, right? Whenever you're doing something. So, right? They advertise for cigarettes, all kinds of things. Let's see. Shoes. So anyway, that is a long story long. I wanted to just show you some different ways to get ephemera here. So the new way to get some ephemera, like if you have these Tim Holtz 12 by 12 packages, you know, they have paper here. They're, you know, all vintage papers and stuff, right? They have these different images here on, they have cool stamps, right? All different types of ephemera here on this one. They have cool ads. Let me show you. You know, different papers here you can cut up and use for your cards, your tags. This one's chopped up because, so this one's called French Industrial. This is Tim Holtz. These are fun to use. I'll show you in a second. I'm just bringing this up to give you some more ideas. So more Tim Holtz. We have this package here. It has a whole bunch of different ephemera in it. It has, you know, different pieces in it. All this, it has some cute, cool, fun stuff. Different things here in it. I'm not going to take them all out because there's a lot of tiny little pieces, but these are great little pieces of ephemera to use, right? So I had gotten this one on clearance. So this was $2.97. There was a few packs, so I had gotten a few of them. So I think they're like $6 or $7 each. So that was pretty good because you can use these a lot. Okay, so we have our Tim Holtz. And okay, so some cheaty ways to get some ephemera, right? I'll show you here. So I have to get myself together here. So if you were going to Michael's, they have these, let's see here. Oh, also, let's see. Michael's has lots of these different types of, I did have my act together today, I swear. Different types of 12 by 12 sheets of paper, 8.5. This one's, I chopped it up, but right, you can fussy cut out some of these clocks, which I do a lot. I'll cut out these little images, right? And I'll show you in a second how we use these, right? These are different papers you can use. You can fussy cut out little pieces. You can use these for the background. So these are great ways to use some of your, you know, to embellish your pages. These cute little cameras are really, really fun, right? I'll show you that in a second. Excuse me. And these little dress forms, I usually cut out little ones and I will pop them into my Masterboards as well. I'll show you that. These are kind of fun too if you're doing like a, you know, cool vintage, you know, themed. You can use these if you're doing like a nature themed. So pretty. So this I keep these in a, I keep specific pages just for my Masterboards into this 12 by 12 clear little plastic. But I had gotten this at Michael's for a few dollars. So this is specifically keeping yourself organized when you're working on Masterboards is very important because, and I know I say it a lot, but because when you're doing your Masterboards, there's so many things that you bring out to sit and make them, and it can get very overwhelming. So this specifically houses my 12 by 12 papers here, these papers that I use specifically just for Masterboards. So this helps me. I know, like when I grab this is, you know, I bring to the couch at night when I'm making some of my Masterboards, and I bring this and then it comes with me. This is another pretty one. Let's see here. Oh, this is the full page one here. So you can fussy cut out the notebook. You can fussy cut out a lot of these little images for your, you know, the little compass here for your Masterboards. And they come, I'll show you in a second what I mean, but you'll see these are great little ways. Cameras, this one I have again. I use these a lot. I cut out some of these letters to make like 1950 whatever for whatever the pages, and I just fussy cut out these letters. I just cut across. I don't like fussy cut out the little piece, but these letters come in handy. So these are very economical ways to help you. These letters, I cut them out and I clip them together, right? And, you know, I spell out different words, or I just randomly put these out onto my page. Another beautiful page, right? These are really nice. I'll show you. These are nice. They look like little postcards. Some more of this. This is really, really nice if you're doing a vintage travel themed one. A page. This is really fun because you can utilize, you know, this here. I love my script paper. You'll see in a second. These are great. So these are all papers that you guys can use to create your own ephemera for your Masterboards, right? These are just so much fun. You can incorporate a lot of these little pieces. So for these, I love these because I can cut out the stamps, right? So you would be utilizing this whole page, right? You can cut out this word postcard. All of these little images are very easily fussy cut, right? So you'll see in a second, because I did this before. I used this before. I bought a few of these. some music pages, some more script pages. What else here? I buy a lot of these script pages, as you can tell. They have this paper here. Oh, and my favorite, these little clocks. You can cut these, fussy cut these out very easily and incorporate all your stuff. So that's a good cheaty way to do your masterboards, right? So the other thing I wanted to share with you is, okay, so what I am making my masterboards, we usually a few times a year sit and just, make a whole bunch of these, right? So this is a 30 sheet craft cardstock pack from Walmart. So I think this is $3.88. There's 30 sheets, right? So you can essentially make 30. I know you guys are thinking, oh my God, what's the matter with you? You can essentially make 30 masterboards. And the reason that I'm saying this is because, so when we are making ours, we are making a whole bunch of them. You're making a whole bunch at one time, right? So the reason that this is super awesome, right, is because when you need to go and to make anything, if you're sitting down, your pages are already done. You see this little postcard I got from that paper, right? And my script paper. So these are already done, right? So, and the other reason that making a whole bunch of different ones is awesome because sometimes, like, I know that I'm going to sit and I want to make tags. So what I can do is when I'm planning which page to use for tags, I know I need smaller. I need something that's just basic and plain, right? I need something that has, less print. So this is your basic masterboard here. There's no embellishments. There's here I added a few things, but this is just a basic one as well. So this is, I know that I can come to this page here and I could trace my tags out here. If I'm going to make, cards or whatever, belly bands or whatever, I know there's certain pages that I can use to accommodate whatever particular item that I am making, right? So, because some of the images are larger, right? So think about that when you're making your masterboard, that you plan what you're going to use this for. Like this one here, there's a few different focal points. Like I would cut this out. I could make a card out of this, a pocket. Let's see here. You can make an entire page for your journal just from, this 12 by 12. So yeah, that's what I forgot to say. These are 12 by 12, right? So you can use pencil and then mark out, whatever you're cutting. So that's good when you are making a whole bunch at one time. You have a go-to plan. You have them already done. So this, I guess over the next few days, I will be working on just doing the masterboards because for us, I don't think I've ever sold just the masterboards. Maybe it could. Maybe we will. But I'm just going to be making some, just to have too. Okay, so masterboard, this is just ones. This one has focal points on it, right? So this one I just used the plain cardstock, this plain cardstock. This was in here. I didn't do any, I didn't do any aging, distressing. I didn't sew anything. This is just, and a lot of these are going to have to be trimmed because, when you're sitting, you're not really worrying about, they're sticking out of this, because you can eventually just, I just did a light glue on these just to get them to stay. This way, if I want to move something, I can move it. But eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to be, just like these guys here, I will be stitching them. So I'll be stitching around. And then, some areas that need a little extra help, I will go ahead and, do some more stitching on it here. So you'll be able to see, that. Okay. So am I a junk journal masterboard cheater? I'm going to say yes. Because these two here, I didn't use my cardstock, the plain cardstock. I used the Tim Holtz pages as my background, if you guys can see here. I don't know if you can see. See, this is not covered. So not the whole thing isn't covered, but you can still see some nice background here, right? So you can tell I used the Tim Holtz because this is one of their standard pages here. So these are great too because they have a nice decorative background, right? If you are making a card out of this, the inside of the card is already embellished, right? It has a nice pattern on it. This one too, you can tell because this is just looks like a notebook paper. See, it has the lines here and has the lines on the back. So these are great to have because if you are making, like I said, cards or tags, you can make like a little mini journal right out of this because it's all lined already, right? So this is my Cheaty Masterboard. So this is another option for you if you have some, cardstock that has, a nice design on it. You can just do your masterboard right on top of it. So let me see. You can't see these here, but stuff is annoying. I'm running myself out of the room. That's why being organized is good. So what do you guys think? So this one here, I added a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're cutting this up, there's a lot of different things that you can use, right? So here I used a focal point. So this would be a larger piece you can cut up. There's more stuff here. I didn't go crazy with a lot of the embellishments, even though I did. It looks like I did, but there's plenty of room here where you are able to cut up your into smaller pieces and make stuff with it. So if you can see, there's like different segments, as I guess you could say. This one too, there are different segments here. So this could be one segment. So these would be larger ephemera if you wanted to make, like I said, if you want to make a card, you can cut this right in half and then make a page for one of your a traveler's notebook. You can cut this right down in 4, and that would be lots of fun too. So I tried to keep little areas where you can cut and make stuff. So this is the Cheaty Masterboard. So this is I wanted to share with you different ways to get your ephemera, different uses you can see already, right? So these are some of the different ads right here. These are some of the black and white images, some of the old stamps I've used. So let's see here. Yep, some of the old ads, and this is the postcard from the 12 by 12 paper that I had showed you. So you can incorporate you can use ephemera right from the 12 by 12 pages that you buy at the stores. This is one of the stamps from one of the papers. So that's really it. I want to see what you guys think, right? Some more black and white images. So I have one here I had cut out. This little image here is from the Webster's Dictionary, this little guy here. So when you have dictionaries, especially the Webster's dictionaries, they have lots of cute different images, all kinds of images for whatever the word is, the definition is. So You can find a lot of them like this. This was fussy cut out from the 12 by 12 paper that I showed you. This was cut out from there too. And these are the the numbers and the letters from the 12 by 12. And this little camera is as well. So different ways to get your ephemera you can incorporate, and that's a very cost-effective way to add some cute little things to your Masterboard. And this little map was from one of the 12 by 12 sheets, right? So that's it for that. I know I have to really get going, guys, right? So for today, I wanted to show you guys, let's see here. I wanted to go and make a Masterboard with you. So I have this, might as well keep going with my little notebook here. Eventually this notepad, you are going to have to use a binder clip or something, because eventually the glue that's holding it gets all like weird, right? So how many did I make? Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. It's a blank one. Huh. So what I really want to show you guys is, let's see here, put these aside, is making our, oh, I know, I'm having a senior moment today, guys. So I also had taken some of my old Masterboards, you can see here. Here, this one, this was an old Masterboard that I had made. I made a copy of it and I had sewn around. So you can make copies of your Masterboards and reuse some of these images, right? So this one here is stamped over. I had used these images and I stamped over. So this was another one that I had made a copy of. You can't tell because I distressed it and I had sewn around it. I didn't stamp on any of these. You can always do some stamping. So these are previous Masterboards I made copies of. See how cute these ads are in here, right? And these are just copies. So you can reuse old Masterboards here. This is one that I had made a copy of. So that's always fun, right? You can reuse and reuse, right? That's always good. So, all right. Stop talking like crazy lady. I know you guys are like, I'm not making 30 Masterboards. No, you don't have to make 30 Masterboards. I just wanted to show you guys some fun ways. Okay. So I'm keeping myself organized here. This is some of the ephemera that I've been using throughout the last few days. So I have some stuff. I keep everything paper clipped, and I keep it in one of those these plastic sleeves, right? So I keep everything together that I've been using. So otherwise, like I said, it's just, I mean, you'll see it just gets crazy and crazy. So, all right, let's work on some Masterboards here. All right, so this one here, I'm just going to take this whole music page right here, just like this. And I'm just gonna glue it down, and then we're gonna start adding, right? So I'm using a light glue, right? Because we want to be able to tuck stuff underneath or add stuff here. Right? So let's see, I have some more stuff here. I have the I got this huge Webster's dictionary. This thing was huge. And it was old, and I use it a lot for a lot of different pages. All right, so we're not even thinking, we don't even care if it goes over. We're just gonna, do some adding here. Maybe I'll just put that over here. So when you're sitting on the couch, you're just grabbing your book pages, your music pages, whatever it is that you are using, and with your cardstock and your glue, and then that's it. That's all you need. All right, see, like this is my Webster's Dictionary book. They have some fun images on it sometimes, so I am going to use this here. We can do some let's see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, we'll just stick it there because we're not really thinking too hard, right? We're just, and it's just a very light glue again, because for me, I am going to be stitching over it. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to flip under whatever is sticking out, and I'll just glue down, right, the pieces. So for now, we are just, we're just going to add some fun stuff. We're just going to get our acts together here. Okay, here is some of that script page I was telling you about, right? So we can cut up some of our stuff here, and then let's see here. Oh, here's my scissor. So I'm just going to randomly cut. We're not even, just even if it doesn't fit, we can always add more stuff. So your little pieces that you have here that come when you snip, put them in a, you know, a little envelope or something, right? Because you're going to wind up with all these little pieces, and you're going to get it gets to be a little frustrating, you know, if you're constantly just have all these little tiny pieces, right? And you'll always use them. So let's see here. Just do a little gluing, right? Okay. So, and don't have to worry about adding everything, so, or filling everything in right away. See, a lot of these little pieces. So keep these in a separate spot, the smaller pieces, right? Like we have some smaller pieces here, right? I just, whenever I get these pieces, I just keep them. And you're saying, well, you keep saying it. Yes, because they come in handy and you don't want to throw them out, right? Okay, so let's see here. Sorry about the noise, guys. Everybody wants to sit and talk while you're trying to do something, you know. All right, so let's see here. I have some. Okay, back to our, this is one of the 12 by 12 pages I told you about, right? So I'm just going to cut out, make it look like a little postcard, right? Small pieces aside, right? Let's see here. Can we add some here? Sure, why not, right? That looks kind of fun. And again, you could always go back and change it. You know, if you want to use it whatever day, you can come back and just change it here. So I'm going to use this little postcard that's here. And I'm going to just fussy cut it out, and I'm going to add it to my board, right? I don't know. And I mean, honestly, you never really know where you're going to put it, right? It's just something kind of fun. I'll probably change that eventually. Let's see here. Can I put that there? That's too much like that. Okay. Let's change it up a little bit. We'll add some, I have some more of my 12 by 12 page here. Should we cut out a pretty little piece? Why not, right? So this is going to be way too big here, so we'll just add that here on the bottom. All right. And let's see. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so this adds a little color into our page here. And don't worry if it goes over. We're just, you know, we are just adding. We're not worried about any anything else. We're just filling in as we go, right? So let's see here. So I have this cute, this fun little strips here. Again, I'm just paper clip everything together so I have it and they're not flailing all over the place, right? All right. Oh, this would add some fun color to our page here, right? This is going to be backwards here. I don't think I'm going to add that. It's too a little too dark for that theme there. So what do I have here? So let's see here. Oh, I have these cute little clocks from that antique book I showed you. These little things come in so handy, right? So you've seen the clock before, right? So we're just going to, so again, I am going to be sewing these, so this is not going to be, you know, too much of a big deal. So we have a couple little places here we could fill in here. Let's see, let's go to our small pieces. That's what I'm telling you, these small ones come in handy, right? So let's give this a little rip. Right here, let's see. Okay, so we'll just tear this up a little bit. I'm gonna just cut that because it's eventually gonna be trimmed when I trim around. So we're filling in a little bit of our space here. Just give a quick light glue just to keep it to stay. I feel like I'm sewing, I'm doing a stay stitch. Okay, so now we're reaching out to our small pieces to fill in the bottom here. So we have a whole bunch of small little pieces here, right? We decided we weren't going to use that. Can I add that? Sure, why not? All right, just filling in the blanks. I mean, again, you'll be able to change if you change your mind. I know I'll go to a Masterboard and I'll say, oh, I want to use this. And then what winds up happening is I'll change it. But so there we have it. We have our Masterboard is done, right? So we can go ahead and add some fun things to it, right? So let's see here. All right, so I have some little ephemera here. I love using these little vintage ads here. A lot of these you can get, a lot of images you can get digital downloads from, different stores, Etsy stores or whatever. You can go to Library of Congress. They have free stuff. I think these were from there. They have free vintage images if you look up vintage images or vintage coupons or whatever. Let's see here. So we can go ahead and add maybe some flowers. I'm not going to go too crazy with embellishing this one yet because I want you guys to be able to see some different ideas here. Let's see here. So we added some color down here. We could stick something there. Again, I probably will change it, but this is just getting an idea of some different things that you could add here. So this is a flower that I must have cut off, but you can always add some more stuff, tuck them behind there. All right, so let's see here. we can fussy cut some of our paper. So for this one here, so for this one here, we added, you know, lots of cool, fun stuff, right? So let's add an image here. We add a black and white image, right? We'll keep it. And then I could use some of my paper, let's see, to fussy cut some stuff out. Okay. We can add some of our Tim Holtz stuff. What if I added some, we have a postcard here, right? We can add map, we can add, let's see here, let's add some cool stuff. Right? Let's add our little vintage photo here. Kind of break up the corner up here. We can add different stuff. Let's see here. We have some vintage stuff. Just looking for some stuff here. And this is why I say keep yourself organized, because you will have a lot of little pieces and a lot of little things everywhere. Okay. Sorry, everybody. So we've added some flowers so we can give it some color, right? It seems like our postcard has a little color here, so we can add some fun stuff. All right. See, we are coming along nicely. So I want to take some of our paper. Let's see here. Grab some of our paper and fussy cut some of them out, right? So I have my little clocks. Oh, we can add a little camera, right? Let's fussy cut out one of these little cameras here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. So we have a little camera right from our 12 by 12, and there's a million of these little cameras on there, so you can use a lot. So here next to our photo, I'll put the little camera. Right? So we've added some cool stuff here. That's sticking up. You're sticking up. A little glue there. So we have our little page here. Maybe I'll tuck that under there. Yeah, I know I'm going to change it. So we've added some fun little stuff to our pages, right? Let's see here. Maybe we could add some of these cool old letters, right? Let's see here. Do I have any? Okay, so we can do 19. Do I have a? Yeah. We'll do 1940. I don't know, the sizes on these are different. We'll do 1940, right? These numbers. So these come in very handy, these little letters and numbers from that page. All right. Cool, very cool. We can add a year, right? give a little dimension to our page here. Again, little glue, just a dab. And then we can go ahead, you know, when you're ready to use it, you can use some distressing, right? And then you can do some other stamping. You can use some script stamping. And then there we go, guys. We just made a super fun little masterboard, right? I know this video took way too long, a lot longer than I was expecting, but we have a wonderful masterboard, and slowly going to fill up my little packet here. So that wasn't too bad. So this can be your basic masterboard. You could just use book pages and music pages, and then add a lot of this stuff later as you need them, right? So the longest part is just kind of, you know, adding your embellishments and your little focal points to yours. So if you were sitting on the couch and you wanted to make this masterboard right here, super easy. You're just going to take your music pages, your book pages, any of your, maybe your script pages, whatever, and glue them down. And don't worry about if they are uneven or they stick out. You can always go and trim them later, right? So this is your basic one. This is another basic one. We started adding some images, started playing around with some stuff, right? And then just add it. You can, I mean, you can add a whole ton more to this, like I did with this one. I added a lot of stuff. So you can see the comparisons. This one is the Cheaty Tim Holtz paper, the background, the cardstock. And this is the one, you know, the plain craft cardstock. So either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it took a long time, but I just really wanted to explain to you different ways to get ephemera, different types of ephemera, how to use them, try to be a little more cost effective with making these. But I hope you guys give these a try. Please let me know. You can always send us images to our website, vintagestylebyjo.com. I would love to see some of your masterboards. So happy crafting. Please give a thumbs up. I apologize for this being so long. I don't usually make videos this long, but I wanted to go start to finish to show you the process, how to get started and to make some little pretties. So give a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I have a ton of more stuff for you. And I will be talking to you guys real soon. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.